What's going on, boys and girls? My name's Captain Crush. Welcome to my channel. I'm here to help you become a better fantasy sports player. We got NFL and NBA right around the corner. We're closing it out with the lovely WNBA, and we have 3 games today. Listen, I got a new green screen, but for now I have to get more lighting, so I'm back to the old chip chop. Don't mind it. Quality's coming. Wings Fever, 5.5 point spread, 168.5. Sun Liberty, 7.5 point spread. Dream Lynx, 1.5 point spread. This is the closest game. Praying to the Almighty that this game is close, and this will be the one that has my 2 anchors, my 2 core plays. And all right, here we go. First things first, baby. Sleeper is back. No more 2.5, no more 3x. Gone. Now it's back to that lovely doubly 2x required payout. That means you can take 2 props, whichever you take, and the max payout is 2x. So you only have to be bothered with the hit props if you want to. We're right back to the basics, which means we're going right back to the well. We're going to start crushing again. If you want a sleeper play, Zach Wheeler over 5.5 Ks, and Mitch Keller, the Pittsburgh Pirate, over 4.5 Ks. If you can still get it, that's a 2-man. It's 2.4x. Get it in there. We're doubling up tonight. And best of all, use promo code CRUSH. I'll give you a deposit match. It's no longer 20. Min deposit of 10. They'll give you 10, but stop the count. Put 100. They'll give you 100. Use code CRUSH. DM the captain right on Twitter. I am Captain Crush, and I will give you a free 30 days in my Discord where I promise you I will give you the best chance you have to win. Every day I give plays. Let's go. Welcome back, Sleeper. You're back in the big leagues. Now, we go over to the true king of the road, PrizePicks, baby. Here we are, and we got a couple of them. We got 3 games today, and like I said, the Sparks, they didn't show up yesterday. A lot of my contests went 4 of 6. I got that crispy 0.4x back. It's a new day. We're here to crush, and I'm going back to my play of the day, Miss Cheyenne Parker, Old Faithful. This line, her first half fantasy score, it's been at 15, 15.5, 16, bang! I told my Discord, I got receipts, I would put it up here if I could. Maybe I will post edit. I guaranteed. And when the cap guarantees something, baby, you can write your name on it, endorse it, take it to the bank, and it's coming back cash. I said it was at 16.5, and it's gonna move to 17, so get it in. And what do you hear? What do you say? It's at 17 right now. Do I still like the bump? Meh, 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 meh. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here, but I'm giving you guys the true real deal. At 16.5, it was the play of the day. She's been dominating and crushing. Is she due regression? 100% absolutely. Here's the deal, okay? It's a 1.5 point spread. That means Vegas thinks the game's gonna stay close, and better yet, I like to run it back with Collier. So if you take her first half, if you decide to eat that bump, you can, or you can take her first half or her full game fantasy at 33.5. But this is what I like as a little 1v1 run back. It correlates well. If the game stays close, which Vegas anticipated, it's a 1.5 point spread. That's all we got to go on. You can take Collier and Parker, run them together. If the game stays close and the pace is pushed, these have good equity, good potential to hit, and they correlate well. That is a big part of the process, folks. Correlation when you're making fantasy slips. You have to think about that. Rebounds, assists, points, all that stuff. You need to create these Whoa! It just bumped back to 16.5 midstream. It just bumped back. It just bumped back to 16.5 midstream. You know what? That's a good omen. Take it at 16.5. Take it with that. Or if you don't want to do that, you can do this. Right there. Bang. The full game. If you don't want to be bothered, you're like, Cap, I don't want to just sweat the first half. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going the distance. Give me Collier. Give me Parker. That's stud number 1, stud number 2. If you believe that Parker's due regression, just swap out Parker and throw in Howard. There you go. Or you can take this. You can take Howard's rebounds plus assists. If I can find it, it should be at a crispy 8. They bumped it to 8.5. You can still take it there. Those are 2 things you want to be looking at. But what I'm telling you guys is correlation is king. And a lot of websites now are starting to get on that. People that offer, PrizePicks advice and all that other stuff, picks, whatever you want to call it, no vig odds, all that stuff, they're starting to get on the correlation train. And if you've been following this channel since NBA way back when, you know that the captain has been the conductor of the correlation train since day one, because I'm always ahead of the curve, buddy. That's just what I do. Win, lose, or draw. All right, so if you're not convinced with Collier's fantasy score, because yeah, it's a lot of fantasy points, you can go here to her rebound, 7.5. This is a low line for Collier. All she does is grab boards. She crushes the glass. She hasn't been hitting it as of late, but look at this. Liberty, tough matchup. Dallas, tough matchup. Dallas, the same matchup. Seattle, cupcake, she hit. Washington, cupcake, she hit. 7.5 is just too low. She has 9 rebound upside. My model has her going for 9, so that's there. I will throw this in. Yonquel Jones, baby. Remember when she was at 10, 11 rebounds? Now she's down to a crispy 8.5. And my boy, my man, Greg D, he said she plays well against this team because she had former MVP. This is her former team. So Greg, here's your flowers. Here's your shout out. If it hits, I called it out. I gave you your credit. He says to take that. I threw it in a slip. It's a dart. The way I build my slips, folks, and I've been saying this, I have videos on it on TikTok. It's called Crushing On. I have 1 to 2 anchored. What's an anchor, Cap? An anchor is where you take your 2 favorite core plays, your anchors. You pin them down into every slip/contest that you take. So if it's Collier and Parker, which it's me tonight, they will be the foundation of every slip that I take. And then on the right side of that, so I have left side cores, right side darts. Then I start to sprinkle around my darts. What's a dart? Melissa Smith, over 9 rebounds against Dallas. That's a dart, okay? Alyssa Thomas on a back-to-back, more 16 points versus New York Liberty. That would be a dart, okay? Kelsey Mitchell, over 18.5 points. I like that. That's a dart. Rebounds plus assists. Let's go back to Gray, under. That's a dart. So all these are great plays. My model checks out with all of these. It's not about that. Any play that I put on YouTube, comment, guy, I've already checked the Vegas odds. I've already checked my model. I'm just condensing it for you. When it comes to NFL and NBA, I'll give you a deep dive analysis, but for WNBA, I'm just trying to make it quick because WNBA is painful. I'm not trying to bore you guys. I'm just trying to give you guys the meat and potatoes, the nuts and bolts and all the research. I've already done all that for you. I do this full time, folks. This isn't some nickel and dime show. I wake up in the morning, I sit in front of this computer, and I'm looking at numbers, I'm looking at models, and I'm trying to find the best of it for my Discord community. And then I try to come on here and try to give a rough analysis of some plays for the YouTube folk. So it works hand in hand. NFL and NBA, my job will be a lot easier. I love those sports and that's my passion. But for now, I'm stuck with WNBA and MLB. This is what we got. So these are your darts. And again, what are Captain's 2 cores? Collier and Parker. Any variation. First half fantasy, full game fantasy, Collier's rebounds, Parker's full game fantasy. Either one of those, I won't be mad at you, okay? These are good plays too, but they're just not core plays, meaning I'm not going to have a lot of exposure to them all across my contest tonight. If you just run one slip today, you need to make it your favorite 5 and be done with it. But if you use my method where, if, say your unit size is $100, you take that one unit, instead of throwing it on one slip, you take 50 on one and you take the other 50 and mix it around 2 mans, 3 mans, 5 mans, the 6 mans, all the mans, baby. You mix it up, put it in a cup, take a drink, bang, 25x, 10x, 3x, 2x, all the x's, and hopefully you crush. But then you gotta have darts, and you don't want to be overexposed to your darts. You want to be overexposed to your 2 core plays and underexposed to your darts. That way, if your core hits, you're gonna make money. It'll be impossible for you to not make money if your core hits. You should have at least one slip that cashes that should cover you your entire day if you do it correctly. Now, if your core sells, well then just chalk the day, because you're gonna chalk, but that happens. That's the risk you take. Remember, we're trying to maximize when we're right and minimize when we're wrong. So don't worry about one day individual variance. Use bankroll management, and the cap, you, me, will all be crushing. All right, now a couple more for you real quick. We got the PRA, everyone's favorite Tierra McCowan. She's at 23.5 PRA. If they had her points rebounds, I would want it, but they have a PRA. Unfortunately, she had an absolute stinker of a game against Phoenix. What did I tell you guys about Phoenix? Anytime someone plays Phoenix, it makes them into a terrible team. You would think that they'd just blow them out and be done with it, but the opposite happens, and I don't know why, and Phoenix still finds a way to lose. It's crazy, okay? And outlier games happen yesterday. Miss Griner had 4 blocks and steals for 12 fantasy points, barely going over her 35 fantasy point line. It's absolutely insane. You hate to hear it, you hate to see it. My wallet hates it, but it is is what it is. You get back on the horse. Bankroll management. You do this. This isn't something that you can just get rich overnight. You're in it for the long haul. You're trying to grind a profit. It's all about ROI, return on investment. Forget about the one day. Forget about the 1 week. At the end of the month, if you're making the right plays, play day after day, you should be in the green by a small margin. But hey, losing months happen too. But if you win 7 months and lose 5, you're still a winner in the end. So who cares? McCowan over 23.5 PRA is something you should be looking at. I had Greg also talk to me about Natisha Hedeman, however you want to say it. Natisha, I don't know what your deal is. This is extremely low. If you want to take a shot, I will take a shot just because it's low. Whenever I see it low, I usually take a shot. It was at 9.5 a couple weeks ago, and I took a shot and it cashed. But listen, she's not a good player, so buyer beware, seller beware. But I did tell you that. Now, Laney, I'm going to go ahead. By the way, there are some game time decisions, and Laney and Boston are one of them. So with Laney, I went ahead and took a shot on her 12.5 points. I do think it's a little bit too high. My model has her going exactly for 13, which is, you know, the low side of it. I normally won't target that. She has been doing good. She's had an uptick again. Sabrina's questionable. So if Sabrina was to sit, I really like it. But also, these two teams are probably first in their division. Not probably. They are the top 2 teams in their division. Even though the WNBA's division is trash, you know what I'm saying, okay? They're the 2 teams to beat on that side. So hopefully we get a barn burner. Maybe we don't get a blowout, and maybe we crush. All right, now for the Alabama faithful, I'm going to give you a combo prop or 2. I do like Nalissa Smith and Tierra McCowan over 18.5 rebounds combo. I think both of these girls can each get 10 or 9. One of them can go for 12. One of them can go for 7. There's a lot of different ways to get that number. It's not sexy by any means. None of these combo props are, but it's definitely something there that you want to look at. Let me see what else we can get here. Dewana Bonner and Alyssa Thomas over 33 points. I like that one too. And then you could go with like Stewart and Jonquel Jones over 34 points. I think that would be good too. I think these are 3 solid combo props that you can look at. Again, not core plays unless you're in Alabama forced to do this. But if you need some combo props, there you go. All right. Now, a lot of you guys want to know, what do I do all day? Why are my YouTube videos so late? Well, normally I like to do live streams for my Discord, which is right here. Here it is. This is the Discord. This happens to be the winning slip tab, which shows you that I got guys who post esports, sleeper, all the sites, parlay play, anything and everything you want. It's all right here. We don't win every day. Anyone that's going to tell you we win every day, they're full of it, okay? But in the end, in the long run, I put W's out there, and I also have community members that have been discipled by me, if you will, that go out there and they do the grunt work. They post soccer slips, they post esports stuff, whatever you want, it's there. So I'm here to shout out these guys: Roger Locks, Chow, Spartan, Houston, Fuzzy, Greg, Neek. I know I'm missing a few other names. Arish, Sean, the core guys, you know who you are. This is my general shout out. I would say pity, but he sells me. But this is my Discord, guys. It's right here. I'm trying to take the curtain off and let you guys see what we do. I got about 300 members in here. We mix it up. We chat. We're active. I'm not like these other guys with their Discords where I don't have any interaction. I just post plays and disappear. The only time I'm not very active is at the end of the night when I'm chilling with my girl at around 7 to 8 p.m. and then I call it a night. But then once she gets tucked in, I come back on and chill with the boys at around 11 to 12 at night, and we play some Madden, whatever. I try to keep it good, cool in there. I'm telling you guys this because NFL and NBA is right around the corner, and I expect to have an uptick in members, and I want to keep it tight. I want to have a good group in there. For every 20 members that join, I get about maybe 5 that are cool, that are like, that stick around and they get it, and they're there to become better fantasy sports players. They're not just there thinking that, oh, I paid $25, I'm supposed to get $1 million. That's just foolishness, folks. The only reason I'm even able to charge a cheap price is because I do volume. But head for head, the value you get is insane. I never take days off, and I'm always available for you guys to ask questions. So I wanted to just give a little bit of plug for that. All you got to do, CaptainCrush.net, go down here, gold package. If you want individual discounts, give me for season-long packages, give me a DM. I'll see if I can work with you. On top of that, all right, on top of that, this Monday, we're going over here to the NFL tab. We got Dak Free Square. I'm going to have a class live stream on my Discord this Monday where I start teaching DraftKings NFL, player pool, DraftKings player ownership, salary, slate breakdown. I'm going to go one by one until it drills into your brains. This is how you do this stuff. I will do my best to teach you, and I'm trying to convert you PrizePicks faithful over to something else called DraftKings. That way you have your PrizePicks sweat on one hand and you have your DraftKings sweat on the other hand. Both of them wash each other and you crush. And I promise you, DraftKings will give you guys the sweat of your life. You can, I'm not talking about their sports book, fam. It's legal in 49 states. It's fantasy sports. And you will get your $5 into $10,000. You'll have that opportunity every single day you play NFL. There's nothing like it. Trust the captain to lead you to the promised land. I'll tell you, it's tough. It's hard. It ain't easy. But if you have a mentor, and that's the key, helping you, I can save you, promise you at least 2 years of losing before you get on the right path to where you can actually start making money. At the end of the day, this is a hobby. You're not guaranteed to win money, but if you can win a couple bucks at your hobby, hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing better than that. So I'm going to do one last thing and then we're going to wrap this up. All right, guys. So one last thing I wanted to do was go over to Underdog Fantasy because they're making moves, okay? I put this on TikTok yesterday and YouTube. You can still get it in. Pat Mahomes, higher than half a yard. The max payout they put is only 10, but that's fine. You can pair it with Dak, higher than 240. Now he's bumped to 250. So now you have to find another one, but I still even like it at 250. The value was totally there at 240. I gave it to you guys a day early, but now you have another chance. This is for all users, folks, all right? And if you use promo code CRUSH, their min deposit, it's only 10. They'll match it. Then send me a DM. A lot of you guys put in the comment, hey, Cap, I used your code. You got to DM me on Twitter so I can know, and I'll give you the 30 days into the cord. Free. You can't beat it. It works for Sleeper, Underdog, Thrive. Those three, I got you, bro. All right? Just let me know. I'm a man of the people. So this is your Underdog. This is it. And that'll be that. All right. So I just wanted to say thank you before I get out of here. I've tried to keep this as short as I could, guys. The WNBA slate, it's not great today. Remember, the anchors, Collier and Parker. Do from there, do whatever you will. That being said, it's my thank you to you guys. I'm back on YouTube. I'm going to try to have the daily videos. I will for NFL and NBA. I have this man, Arish, that's going to come on during NFL and give me some recaps. We're going to recap the slate, quarterbacks, running backs, tight ends, wide receiver matchups, fantasy side, PrizePicks side, you name it, I got it. It's Flex Friday. I hope you guys crush, but if you don't, you'll get that 20 spot right back in your back pocket. So you really have nothing to lose. So here's the salute, boys. Good luck tonight, and as always, let's crush.